Hey everyone, welcome back to Everyday English. I'm Benji.
And I'm Luna. Welcome, everyone.
Okay, before we start, if you've been enjoying Everyday English, please drop a like and subscribe wherever you're listening. It's completely free and it really does make a huge difference for us.
It helps more people find the show, which means more people to have these conversations with. So if you've been listening for a while and haven't subscribed yet, now is the time.
We'd really appreciate it.
So today we're continuing our Practical English series, and this one is a really fun one.
It is a fun one. Today we're talking about how to order food at a restaurant in English. Everything from walking in the door to paying the bill.
This is such a useful skill because eating out is such a big part of social life. Whether you're on a date, out with friends, at a work dinner, knowing how to navigate a restaurant confidently makes the whole experience so much more enjoyable.
And there's a lot of specific vocabulary and etiquette involved. Etiquette means the rules of polite behavior in a particular situation. Restaurant etiquette varies a lot between countries and cultures, so let's walk through what's typical in an English-speaking restaurant.
Let's start at the very beginning. You arrive at the restaurant. In many sit-down restaurants in the United States and United Kingdom, you don't just walk in and find a table yourself. You wait to be seated.
You'll usually see a sign near the entrance that says, "Please wait to be seated," which means a member of staff will come and show you to your table. Don't just walk in and sit down. That can be considered rude.
A member of staff will greet you and ask, "How many in your party?" Your party means your group. So if you're with 3 friends, you say, "4, please," including yourself.
They might also ask, "Do you have a reservation?" A reservation is when you book a table in advance by calling the restaurant or using an app. If you do have one, you give your name. Yes, it's under Johnson for 7 o'clock.
If you don't have a reservation, you say, "No, we don't. Do you have anything available?" They'll check and either seat you immediately or tell you there's a wait.
If there's a wait, they might say, "It'll be about 20 minutes. Can I take a name?" You give your name and wait near the entrance until they call you.
Once you're seated, a server will come to your table. Server is the most common neutral term in American English. You might also hear waiter for a man or waitress for a woman, though server works for everyone.
The server will usually greet you and introduce themselves. "Hi, I'm Mike, and I'll be taking care of you this evening. Can I start you off with something to drink?"
Start you off with means begin your meal with, so they're asking what you'd like to drink first before you order your food.
You might say, "Just water for now, please." Or, "Could I get a sparkling water?" Or, "I'll have an orange juice, please." Simple and direct.
Then they'll give you menus if you don't already have them, and say something like, "I'll give you a few minutes to look over the menu, and be right back."
This is your time to read the menu. Menus in English-speaking restaurants are usually divided into sections: starters or appetizers, small dishes you eat before the main meal; entrees or mains, the main dishes; sides, smaller dishes that accompany your main, like fries or salad; and desserts, sweet dishes at the end of the meal.
In American English, the main course is usually called an entree. In British English, entree actually refers to a starter, which can be confusing. So if you're in the UK, the main course is just called the main.
A good thing to look out for on the menu is the daily specials. Specials are dishes that aren't on the regular menu. They change daily based on fresh ingredients or the chef's inspiration.
The server will often tell you about the specials verbally, rather than having them written on the menu. They might say, "Tonight's specials are a pan-seared salmon with roasted vegetables," or a mushroom risotto.
If you didn't catch everything they said, remember our directions episode? It's perfectly fine to ask, "Could you tell me the specials again, please?" Nobody minds.
Now, let's talk about dietary restrictions. A dietary restriction means something you can't or don't eat, either for health reasons, religious reasons, or personal choice.
This is really important vocabulary because being able to communicate your dietary needs clearly can affect your health. So let's go through the main ones.
Vegetarian means you don't eat meat or fish, but you do eat animal products like dairy and eggs. Vegan means you don't eat any animal products at all. No meat, no fish, no dairy, no eggs.
Gluten-free means you avoid gluten, which is a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye. People with celiac disease must avoid gluten completely as it makes them very ill.
Lactose intolerant means you have difficulty digesting lactose, which is a sugar found in dairy products like milk and cheese.
And an allergy is a medical condition where your body reacts badly to a specific food. Common allergies include nuts, shellfish, eggs, and gluten. Allergies can be very serious, in some cases life-threatening, so always communicate them clearly.
When telling your server about dietary restrictions, you can say, "I'm vegetarian. Could you tell me which dishes on the menu are suitable for me?" Suitable means appropriate or fitting.
Or, I have a nut allergy. Is there anything in this dish that contains nuts? Be specific and clear. A good server will check with the kitchen for you.
You can also ask, "Is this dish gluten-free?" or "Does this contain dairy?" Simple yes or no questions that get you the information you need quickly.
Okay, so you've looked at the menu, you know the specials, you've checked about any dietary needs. The server comes back and asks, "Are you ready to order?"
If you need more time, you say, "Could we have a few more minutes, please?" Completely fine. If you're ready, you go ahead and order.
When ordering, use polite phrases. "I'll have the grilled chicken, please." "Could I get the pasta?" "I'd like the soup to start and then the steak for my main."
Notice, "I'll have," "Could I get," and "I'd like." All of these are polite ways to order. Avoid just saying the name of the dish with no phrase around it. Burger sounds very abrupt. "I'll have the burger, please," sounds polite and natural.
The server might ask you some follow-up questions about your order. How would you like your steak? The options are rare, very pink inside, medium rare, mostly pink, medium, slightly pink, medium well, mostly cooked through, and well done, fully cooked with no pink.
They might also ask, "What would you like on the side?" or "Would you like soup or salad with that?" These are choices that come with your meal.
And would you like any sauces or condiments? Condiments are things like ketchup, mustard, or hot sauce that you add to your food yourself.
During the meal, the server will check in on you. They might ask, "How is everything tasting?" or "Is everything okay here?"
If everything is good, you say, "Wonderful, thank you," or "Everything is delicious." If something is wrong, your food is cold, undercooked, or not what you ordered, this is your moment to say something politely.
You can say, "I'm sorry, I think there might be a mistake. I ordered the salmon, but this is the chicken." Or, "Excuse me, my food seems a little cold. Could it be heated up, please?" Always be polite when flagging a problem. The staff wants to fix it. Flagging means drawing attention to something. At the end of the meal, when you're ready to leave, you need to ask for the bill. In American English, it's called the check. In British English, it's called the bill.
You can catch the server's eye and say, "Could we get the check, please?" Or, "Whenever you're ready, could we have the bill?" You can also make a writing gesture with your hand, which universally signals you want the bill.
When the bill arrives, look it over to make sure everything is correct. If you see something wrong, you can say, "Excuse me, I think there might be an error. We didn't order this item."
In the United States, tipping is expected and important. A tip is extra money you give the server on top of the bill as a thank you for good service. The standard tip is between 15 and 20% of the total bill.
In the UK, tipping is appreciated but less strictly expected. Around 10% is typical if the service was good. In some restaurants, a service charge is already added to the bill automatically, so check before you tip on top of that.
A service charge is an extra fee added to your bill to cover the cost of service. If you see it on your bill, you don't need to tip additionally unless you want to.
And finally, when you leave, you can simply say, "Thank you, it was lovely," or "Everything was delicious, thank you so much." A little appreciation goes a long way.
Okay, let's recap the key vocabulary from today. Reservation, booking a table in advance. Server, the person who takes your order and brings your food. Specials, daily dishes not on the regular menu.
Starter or appetizer, a small dish before the main course. Entree or main, the main dish. Sides, smaller dishes that accompany your main. Dietary restriction, something you can't or don't eat.
Suitable, appropriate, or fitting. Condiments, sauces you add to your food yourself. The check or bill, what you pay at the end. Tip, extra money for good service. And service charge, an automatic fee added to your bill.
The most important thing to remember is that restaurant staff want you to have a good experience. Don't be afraid to ask questions about the menu, flag a problem, or ask for something to be adjusted. That's completely normal and expected.
And being polite goes such a long way. A simple please and thank you makes every interaction smoother and more pleasant for everyone.
Before we go, if you're enjoying Everyday English, please subscribe wherever you're listening. It's completely free, and it really helps us reach more people who are learning English.
We appreciate every single one of you. That's episode 29, everyone. Go enjoy a meal out and put this into practice.
You've got this. See you next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.